What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the YouTube channel. And first and foremost, thank you so much for showing all the love you guys did on the previous video. Do remember to drop a like, drop a subscription, share it with a friend, and put anything in the comments down below. I do appreciate it all. And the last video was Arsenal related, and we're going to continue with the football theme for this video. And we're going to be doing a predictions. So basically, the Premier League, which is the best football league in the world, is back this coming weekend. And I thought, hey, let me put forward my views and let's see what I rank as where the teams are going to finish at the end of the season, and we'll see at the end of the season how right and how wrong I am. But yeah, let's get straight into it. As you guys can see, we've got the categories of champions, obviously who's going to win, UCL, which means second, third and fourth position, mid-table, which will be 5th to 11th, then lower half, which is 12th to 17th, and then the three teams that will get relegated, which means they go down to the lower leagues. We're going to start with Manchester City. They've not had the best transfer window, not going to lie. Obviously, they brought in Haaland, but they've not strengthened in midfield, and I feel if KDB gets injured, it's game over for them. But let's see. In my opinion, I think City are just so far ahead of everyone else that they're still going to win the they're going to be the champions. There's no doubt about it. I know they just lost the Community Shield, but let's be real. Everyone was just so off the pace, it wasn't even funny. And in my opinion, Manchester City, clear champions. Second, third and fourth. Now this is going to be tough because obviously Liverpool is the second best team in the country. They've really had a poor preseason, but they've strengthened really well, and I think that will carry forward into the season. They've already won their first silverware, which was the Community Shield. But let's see. In my opinion, City and Liverpool are just so far ahead of everyone else that I think it's going to take a few years before anyone catches them. I think in my opinion Liverpool will be second. Now in third position, this is where it gets interesting, and you guys know me, I'm an Arsenal fan, and to be real, we've had one of the best pre-seasons I've seen us have in ages. Like, we've never looked this ready for the start of a Premier League season in years. We've made the correct signings. Finally, things are coming together, and in my opinion, I think we've got enough this year to finish in third, not even top four. I'm straight up saying we're going to finish third. I think we are the third best team in the country as it stands. The transfer window still goes through, a lot of things can happen, but as it stands, based on everything that's happened so far, I think we'll finish third. Now fourth is a tough one. Okay, it's a bit tricky. Chelsea have had a really poor transfer window. They've had a really poor preseason. We beat them 4-0. So I don't think Chelsea is going to make top four. I think Spurs are going to be the last, as much as I hate to say it, okay. The chicken and the ball, they beat us to fourth position last time, and in my opinion, I think they're gonna do it they're gonna do it again this year. Like, in my opinion, anything can happen. Maybe they finish in the bottom half of the table. Who knows? I'm kidding. I mean, I wish they would, but they won't. Moving on. So we've got champions. We've got second, third, and fourth. So that's top four done. In fifth position, I think will be Manchester United. Now they've had a horrible transfer window once again. Overpaid for a defender, not solidified strike, not gotten a right back, not gotten anybody that needed. Manager coming in though, huge. I see them doing well for a certain period of time, and then it's going to catch up. Because listen, it's very simple. It's the same with Arsenal. When Arteta took over, he had a shit squad. We couldn't do anything. No matter him being a good manager or a bad manager. Emery couldn't do anything. Lundberg couldn't do anything. Arteta couldn't do anything. Having a good manager on its own does not mean your team will play well. For example, Conte, he came in, shit Spurs team, got in some improvements. Those improvements are what helped the team get better. Same with us, our improvements have helped the team get better. United, not made any improvements. Still have the Ronaldo situation to deal with. So in my opinion, I think they'll finish higher than last season, but they'll finish fifth, no higher than fifth. Chelsea sixth, obviously, because I think that's just their default position by stature. I don't actually think they have a team or a manager or anything worthy of sixth position right now. Everything is a shambles at that club. Every player has decided to just leave them, go to Barcelona, which makes no sense, by the way, but that's a completely different topic. And in my opinion, I think they'll finish sixth. Seventh is going to be interesting, bro, because I think we've got some competitors this time for seventh position. I think West Ham definitely seventh. They've got a strong team. They've strengthened up front. Got a great striker on board, which is huge. So yeah, West Ham in 7th. Now 8th, 9th and 10th. Now these three positions are very interchangeable in terms of achievability. And I'm going to put this in no exact order, but Leicester, Newcastle and Crystal Palace. According to me, these three teams. The reason I say Crystal Palace is because I don't know, man. I feel Crystal Palace with the signings, and if Zaha kicks on for the whole season, they'll probably be the best of the rest. Newcastle, obviously, they had an incredible end to the season, got oil money. Don't know how they've not made any crazy signings up till now. But yeah, it is what it is. Leicester always are a surprise package. Depending on the injuries, Leicester will probably do extremely well, which would be this. I mean, they won the league, but that's not going to happen again. But yeah, so that's how it stands. So 8th, 9th and 10th is that. Now let's go into the lower half of the table. Now this is where it gets a bit tricky. I think Wolves, Aston Villa, Brighton and possibly Brentford. These four teams are, 11th to 14th. Anything can happen. Anything can happen here. This is it really depends on how they cope up with the season. Obviously, Brentford got promoted last year, had a phenomenal season by their standards. Brighton always have a decent season. Aston Villa made some crazy signings. Everyone came together. Stevie G has got that team playing some fantastic football. But I think there's still a long way to go before they start pushing up higher up the table. And Wolves is the Premier League Portuguese team, man. So it is what it is. And then to wrap up the last three teams, I think Leeds, Southampton, and yeah, I'm going to leave it at this. So this is what I'm going to leave it at. Southampton. Leeds, they've made a hell of a number of signings. They sold one of their best players in Rafinha, but they've made a hell of a lot of signings, and let's see how it goes. I'm not ruling them out. They could even finish higher, but in my opinion, I think 15th, 16th is where they should be finishing. Southampton 16th. They're not particularly a great team. I don't really see them doing better than this. And I think the last team to join them, I'm not 100% sure. The only reason I'm putting Everton up here and not relegated is probably because I believe the three teams that got promoted are the same three teams that are going to get relegated, because I just don't think they're up to pace with the Premier League. And that's Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest and Fulham. No offense, when it comes to Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest, I really won't say anything in confidence that, they're positively going to be poor. But Fulham, everyone knows what's the deal with Fulham, bro. You play one season in the Premier League, you get relegated. You win the championship, you get promoted, you get relegated. It's just a cycle of life. It is what it is. Fulham make rotations. They don't actually come into the Premier League to stay in the Premier League. They come, they say hi, beat a few teams up, get their asses handed to them, and then they go straight back down. So I think that's just where it's going to be. Nottingham Forest is... it's great to see them back in the Premier League, first and foremost. Great to see them back. And Bournemouth, obviously, same as Fulham, man. They come up, they go down, they come up, they go down. So yeah, I think that is the list. I think I'm pretty happy with that list, not gonna lie. Champions Manchester City, 2nd Liverpool, 3rd Arsenal, 4th Spurs, 5th United, 6th Chelsea, 7th West Ham, 8th Leicester, 9th Newcastle, 10th Crystal Palace, 11th Wolves, 12th Aston Villa, 13th Brighton, 14th Brentford, 15th Leeds, 16th Southampton, 17th Everton, 18th, 19th and 20th will be the same three teams that got promoted. So Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest and Fulham. There it is, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my predictions for the 2022-23 season. I'm not saying this is how it's going to turn out. This is my knowledgeable opinion, and yeah, I guess we'll find out at the end of the season. Hopefully Arsenal have a great season. Cannot wait to see us start in before we lose the first 4 games of the season. But yeah, this is the first time I'm really excited for a season, and yeah, hope to see you guys in the next video. Remember, drop a like, drop a subscription, and yeah, thank you for viewing. I'll see you in the next one.